at the beach. Live at the beach. The sun's coming up here at Texas Beach, chilling at the beach, enjoying the day on a staycation, if you will, having some fun. Should be live now at the beach. Look how close the surf is to the dunes. So the tide is actually going out right now. That's your sunrise at 6:34 a.m. of course. Yeah. Having the time of my life here live at the beach here in Texas. Oh yes. I was the only one out here. Another little family came out here and walked along the beach enjoying the sunrise. Got my Buc-ee's coffee. Large. Good morning, YouTube. Welcome in. This is live. Chat away, if you will. Like, share, and subscribe. We're just having some fun here. Well, me by myself, of course. Enjoying the day. Testing out the live capabilities of YouTube as we speak. The birds are flapping their wings all over the place. Live at the beach, walking up and down the beach. The surf's going out. The water looks pretty clear today. It's on the clear side. The wind's kind of coming out from, I guess, the southeast. You would say, I would say, about 10 miles per hour, according to the weatherman. One person drove by. I've been here for about 30 minutes. So live here at the beach. This is a Texas beach watching the sunrise. Got some stopped off at the Buc-ee's, or some people call it Boosie's. Get you some Boosie's coffee. Boosie's? Boosie. Buc-ee's. Enjoying the day. Watching the sunrise, and these birds are having a good time too, I guess. Fontana, California. Thank you. This is Surfside Beach, Texas, near Galveston. The sun came up at 6:34. There was some clouds there. They burned off pretty quick. They're gone. Maybe the sun helped encourage that. I was gonna have a fire. I had a fire going here for about a minute, but I covered it up. I was just kind of test run. I knew the wind was probably blowing too much. I don't know. It was kind of, I wasn't worried about getting out of hand. I just don't like it because people are driving right here, and it's gonna take a while for the tide to go out a little bit more. And I felt like it was in the way a little bit, and then the wind was blowing a little bit too much. I don't want people to be like, it's gonna burn down my sand dunes or whatever. So I just put it out real quick. We'll get them next time. Thank you. I'm trying. Well, I'm not showing it, but it's not as clean as it could be. Let's put it that way. And you can't see it because of the shadows, and there's some over here and around me. It is what it is. It's the cultural shift in this area, let's just put it that way, the people that don't grew up didn't know any better are ruining the beaches, and the locals are really upset about it. But that's not me. The only thing I leave is behind is footprints, and I got my minimalist setup here. with my JBL boombox speaker. You can't hear it now because I'm live. That's where I had the fire, but I covered it up. I don't know. It just didn't feel right. I didn't want to do. Wasn't gonna get out of hand, but I didn't want to have that feeling that it could have. And a little OCD with the fire this morning, but that's okay. I'll show you. I don't want to forget my coffee. We'll do a little walkabout here in Surfside Beach, Texas. Watching the sunrise, the sand soft. It's not as white as some other places. It's not white at all, actually. It's kind of on the brown side, but it's soft though. It's not real shelly like Crystal Beach or Corpus Christi is real coarse sand. This sand's really soft. Let's see if this is a jellyfish or a piece of plastic. I can't tell. No, it's a piece of plastic. That's not jellyfish. There are a lot of jellyfish out here. There's a lot of jellyfish out here. And not too many shells. This is the most popular spot. You drive in right here by these houses. It's a one-way road this way. And you have to have a permit to park here. It's $30 for the entire year. I have my pass. I got it last time I was here. And there's entry points. You could drive on the beach for miles and miles and miles down that way. Like, I don't know, you could drive over an hour until you hit Galveston. It just continues and continues. First time getting into the water, not too bad considering it's only probably about 72 degrees right now. It's actually pretty warm considering the air temperature. So I'm definitely gonna be able to swim today. Some strong, probably feels like it's gonna be some strong undertow considering how much the wind's blowing and the waves are coming in and out. Got some nice surfing weather for you surfers out there. I'm not surfing today, but I don't have a surfboard. I never have surfed before. Hello, sharks, yes or no? Of course there are. This is Gulf of Mexico. I mean, Gulf of America, I should say, rather. There are sharks. It does get better. Of course it does. A penguin? Is it? Are you saying that? Am I saying that wrong? I don't know how you're. I don't know what that word is. Look at, here we go. Whoa! Holy crap! That came all the way up to my knees. That was a good little wave there. I felt like I had something in my pocket. Now my keys are in my truck, so I should be okay. Wow, you talking about undertow? Yeah, the waves are getting wild today, Bubba. Look at that. That was like a mini tsunami right there. The Gulf of Exxon. Yeah. Welcome to the Gulf of America, everybody. The Gulf of Texas or the Gulf of Buc-ee's. Get you some boosies on the way down to the beach in Texas. Get some boosies. Penguin. All right, here's my penguin. That was a penguin walk for you. The sun's still behind me. There's a shell right there. It's okay. You can tap the thumbs up button if you'd like to. It would help out the video. Let's see if we can find anything interesting on the beach. You see any shark's teeth or anything like that, just let me know. Look, it's an Indian arrowhead. Yeah, I live about an hour and a half from here, so I come down all the time. I'm on vacation. I didn't go anywhere special this time around, so this is special enough for me. I'm happy about it. Yeah, it's just, Surfside's real close. What's cool about it, it doesn't have that giant seawall behind you with a bunch of hotels. It's kind of like desolate. There's nice beach houses down farther down that way. And this is kind of like the end of the road right here, to be honest with you. And Freeport's down that way. And there's you can't see it on the camera, but there's a long fishing pier that goes out 3/4 of a mile out into the water. If you want to go fishing down there, that's where to do it. Enjoying the day. I didn't bring any snacks. I had one big burrito at Buc-ee's that's packed with bacon, eggs, sausage, cheese, maybe potato, I don't know, and 2 different kinds of salsas, the red kind and the green kind. And that usually lasts me for about 4 or 5 hours. I'm not even hungry for a long time. So this is technically a road here. This might be a state road. And if you don't have that parking pass, they'll fine you $500. I've seen them check too. I've seen them. I usually come here pretty early like this because I like it because no one's out here. Bought the pass. Only one out here. As soon as I parked and walked to the water, the cop would park right beside you and look in the window and see if you had that pass on there. That was my experience a few times ago. Well, when I first got this parking pass, that is. The speed limit says 15 miles per hour. Gulf of America. America. Ooh, and that coffee's just right. I was gonna bring my little gas Coleman grill and make some breakfast tacos on the beach like I've done on several lives before in the past. But I was running out of time and I wanted to make this sunrise, and this is good enough. There's a nice little wave coming in again. It reminds me of Cabo. Those waves just every 10 minutes you get that rogue wave that just comes way up there. But you can see how clear the water is. I'm not saying that's clear. It's clearer than normal sometimes. Sometimes it's a lot darker than that out here. Got some serious wave action though. High risk for what do you call that? The undertow or the rip current? Yeah, rip currents must be high today. Has to be. There was a lot of birds out here earlier. They were skimming the water with their little beak or whatever. But as soon as the sun came up, they all left. There's one right there, the one I'm talking about. He has a long kind of beak, I guess. I don't know, that's not the right word. No, I was told that I was Dutch, maybe a percentage of American Indian, and Scottish perhaps, and there might be some other things mixed in there. Who knows? But I grew up in the Dallas area. I lived in North Carolina for about 9 years as an adult, and now I live in the Houston area. So I might have picked up a few things from North Carolina, and the majority of people in Texas are Mexican. So if I'm around them all the time. So if I pick up a little ay caramba from them, it might be buried in my accent somewhere, somehow. But that's how my accent is, I guess, in a lot of ways. Central Texas, I grew up down there a lot too. So I wouldn't say entirely uniquely Texan, but most 95% of it is, yes. From my experience anyway. And look, the birds are raiding what little bit of bread I had left for them. I was trying to give it, and my shoe almost washed away, so I better come back over here and check the situation. My shoe, and the birds are getting my Mrs. Baird's bread. I almost lost this one to the sea, so we'll get him back up here. You belong. And they were pecking this bread here. So let's see if I'm gonna give it to them. Let's see if they like it. I got a whole nother loaf in here. This is just for the seagulls. I'm not eating none of it. I mean, I could if I wanted to. Dude, what's that? Oh, holy cow! Is that a spider that I was sitting on? Oh, what that was. Here's the end slice. Let's see if they take that. Somebody likes it. I don't like those crows over here. They're not as appealing as the other kind, the birds. We're having some fun here. I don't know. I don't like all this trash out here, but it is what it is. Some of this stuff might have came off a boat or something too, like that. They could have flew off a ship or something, because there's a lot of ships piled up right here, lined up usually. closer towards Galveston. You know what I mean? You can find. I've seen life like one of those round life saver things, life preservers out here. I've seen stuff that's obviously came off a ship, like hard hat or something weird like that. Might have came off one of those shrimping boats or oil derricks or something. I seen a coconut out here, like a real one, with like little barnacles on it. So I know that came from like the Caribbean because there's no coconut trees around here. I mean, there could be in someone's backyard, but it's not where it came from. It came from the Caribbean more than likely. And it floated all the way up here. Ain't that cool? I think it's cool. No, I'm not married. I've been married once a long time ago. But yeah, I'm single and ready to mingle. Any 6 foot blonde-headed babes are in my area, you're more than welcome to slip into my DMs. No, you don't have to be 6 foot. I'm just kidding. I'm throwing a little bit of bread out here to see if I can get the birds to watch come down. Looks like it's going to be a good day, though. Having some fun here on the beach. Can you see those? There they are, flying in formation. Them big ones right there. The big seagull right there. Leaving nothing but footprints. I almost need to go put the sunblock on now. The sun's getting intense. The water took all that bread. Here they come. They're gonna fly right over here too. They don't go for the bread, but they do fly in formation nice and smooth though, don't they? Wonder where they're going. Back that way. I think I'm getting mosquito just bit me. I think, or one of those sand fleas. Yeah, I dug that hole earlier to have that fire, and the hole already dug up with water. So, well, that speaker's waterproof, so I ain't worried about that. But I was gonna have a fire, but I felt like it might have been a little bit too much. I don't like it. I don't like having it this close to the beach. I know people are gonna start showing up here in a minute. I'm gonna try to give them some space to drive, I guess. I'm gonna get this a little bit closer. I know the waves are still coming in and out. I don't run over my stuff. Get the shovel out of the way. Hopefully they won't steal my. Hopefully the waves won't wash my stuff away. Ooh, that looks like a dinosaur egg. I don't know what that is. That could be a sea turtle egg, actually. Yeah, I think that might be one of them sea turtle eggs. I bet that's what that is. Or a snake egg, who knows? Oh, the snake's that big. I don't see anything inside it. I guess it must have crawled out and swam into the water. I wonder if there's any more around here. That'd be something. I'd love to see a sea turtle hatch right now. I don't know what that is. Looks like an egg. It looks kind of rubbery though. Oh look, there's some coconuts right there. Somebody might have cracked that open. They got the stuff out of it. Well, they found out it was probably rotten. It looks like the inside are all kind of birds look like they've been picking at it, the little beaks on there. I didn't see any barnacle. That looks like someone probably would have bought that one. Because the one I seen before had, for real, it had barnacles on it. So I'm gonna throw my bag away. It's illegal to walk in the sand dunes, so I'm not going up there. And there's rattlesnakes back there. Actually, there's a sign right here talking about the snakes. They don't want you walking on it because they want the footprints tear up the dunes, and they want to protect the beach, the island here. I don't think sea turtles are endangered, are there? I think they used to be. I don't think they are anymore. Maybe they are. But there's little golf carts that'll drive by here, probably later on, that say Sea Turtle Patrol. In the season when they hatch, they keep an eye out for them, and if they see like a hatching happening, like or whatever over here, they'll block it off, like ropes or whatever, so that they can make their way down, and they make sure nothing gets to them. Sea Turtle Patrol. I like to have that job. Just ride around on the beach and look for sea turtles and stuff. Here's an interesting little shell right there. Trying to see if I see anything else kind of interesting. There's someone's flip flop. If you forgot your flip flop last night, it's still here. I was about to say, what is that? That's a piece of bread I threw earlier. It's just sitting there all soggy. I like when the tide rolls back and the sand's really soft and wet like that. I see dolphin out here sometimes when those shrimp boats get close. Probably can't see one, but right out there's one out there. You can see it barely. The shrimp boat. When the surf's not that crazy, they get close. And sometimes you can see dolphins following the boat, eating that shrimp. And people are coming in. I don't see anyone driving on the beach. Low tide is about almost 8:54. So, and even when it gets high again before I leave, I think it'll only get as high as this right here. So I have enough room to my escape route if I had to that way. And right where that red sign is down there, that's where I came in at. So I doubt that my truck will get washed away. We'll find out. We'll see here pretty soon. The Gulf of America. So we seen there's that sea turtle egg I saw. We saw a coconut. I fed the seagulls. I had a campfire that I aborted because of safety concerns, and the wind speed was just too high. I had some coffee. I'm gonna finish my coffee. And I had a giant burrito. We talked about all 6 of those key subjects already. On a vacation vibe. See, here comes a truck. I'll show you. Let's see the path. He has enough room to get by, I'm sure. Especially a big truck like that, you shouldn't have no problem with that four-wheel drive, baby. Thank you. It is beautiful. It's still hot. Let's see if that truck is gonna drive by or park over here. He's coming, driving real slow and cautious. The waves are rolling in with some serious rip current, rip tides, undertows. So be cautious. Here comes a big truck. Hey, great. So he's driving on the beach. A little foam here. Sea foam. Sinking in the sand. Quicksand. Remember, like in the 80s, all the TV shows were so concerned about quicksand all the time? You had to be careful if you went into the forest or the desert. You might come across some quicksand and be trapped. I don't really like that foam. I don't know what it is. It's kind of gross. You get too much of that foam, it starts getting concerning. You're like, what is that? Now people are starting to come in, so I can't walk as carefree. Raining it in a little bit. Now the sun's up. We're having some fun though. I didn't expect anyone to watch. Usually, typically, nobody watches these lives. 14 people in the chat. Give it the thumbs up button if you're enjoying the live. We'll walk down here to the water again. You can tell it's too far out. It's about to roll in here big time. See there? I got an umbrella I can put up. I have a screw thing I can put into the sand and have a big umbrella. You gotta have it. You gotta have it out here in Texas. The sun is dangerous out here in a lot of ways. I'll sit myself down right here. Enjoy my cup of boosies. When you got a cup of boosies, boosies. Bucky's. There goes a bird right there. That's kind of strange how all those clouds just disappeared as soon as the sun came out. Just completely disappeared. put you in a tripod. This $8 tripod from Walmart. And the viewers did not like that. Everyone started leaving as soon as I tried to do this. This way, I can go put some sunblock on without holding the camera. Because I feel like, even though I've only been out here for a few minutes, I'll probably need some sunblock. There's a sunblock right there. Oh. I'm trying to get you in this bullshit tripod. If I can make $30 off YouTube, the first thing I'm gonna buy is a tripod for my phone. No more $8 stands from the Dollar Tree. But you guys have to like the video so I can make 20 bucks. Yeah, it's really nice. This is Surfside Beach, Texas. Got here right before the sun came up. If you're just joining in, I had a campfire for about 2 whole minutes, and I decided to hit the abort button on that because I felt like it was in the way of the road. I couldn't get any closer because the surf was right here. It was blowing a bit too much, and it just didn't feel right. So, no campfire this morning. I'm about to get in the water here for a minute. Off camera. I guess I could do it. I guess I could hold the camera. Let's go in the water a little bit. Why not? There's some serious undertow here. The rip current, I can see how the waves are kind of shaped. You get those flat parts, they really kind of go back there a lot. So you kind of have to be careful. And it's like almost, all this should be covered with water right now. So the waves are just building up when they come in. I don't really, if I'm by myself, I don't get too deep anyway. I don't get too deep with the people around either. I'm not expecting someone to save me. But I just need I'd get about waist deep at least. And then swim around in that. And you can see how much that water really wants to take you back out there. Especially right here where I'm standing. Probably might be the worst spot for that. Real flat and calm. All that waves are about to pull back here. Probably gonna be a big little wave coming here in a second. Look at that. See what I'm talking about? Very cool, very interesting. Yeah, especially when the waves, you get a wave going that way and a wave going that way and they collide together, you know you got some water flow issues going on. I don't see any sharks yet today, but you never know. Well, he's like, you never know. This is to say you do know. There are sharks out here. I don't know where they're at. I can't see them, obviously. We'll go back here. Rein it in. We're going to rein it in now. Here's a shell. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button if you will. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna enjoy the beach and listen to some music. Follow along, hit the subscribe button, and watch some of my other YouTube video shorts. I have about 300 shorts that I think you'll like, and a bunch of more beach videos, Texas beach videos like Galveston, Surfside, Cabo. Most of them are in the shorts, so check them out. More Adventure 9000. See you next time.